Yup, this is what quarantine has led to. I am bored out of my mind. But if you subscribe and like the video, in the next 10 seconds, I can be fixed. Good, you fixed me. Anyway, back to coding. You're probably bored learning about all these things in Python and wondering, when can we actually use this in a real-life concept? Well, today we are going to do a project where we are going to create an online quiz for our fellow friends and family members using everything we have learned. Again, these include if statements, lists, print statements, variables, and especially input from the user. Before we get started, I have here made a flowchart for you to look at and understand what we are going to be doing throughout this project. Firstly, when we look at the flowchart, we're going to import our random module because in this project, we're going to be using the predefined function random. So first, we have our import random module. It appears orange when we type in import on our computer, and module we don't ever say, we just say import random. After that, we're going to make a variable to keep track of the score. So it's going to be something like score is equal to 6. And then after that, score integer is equal to 6. Score equals 6 integer because 6 is an integer, not a string, remember? After that, we move on to the green section. Create a list with 5 different greetings. Why 5? Because out of these 5 different greetings from the list, we're going to choose a random one and print it out onto the screen so the user feels more welcome. After that, it's going to pick the random greeting from the list. It can be like hello, bonjour, and stuff like that. Then it's going to print welcome. After, it's going to ask for the username, so that's going to be used using an input statement. And then once it has asked for the name, it's going to print it right back out. Now we move on to the green section. It asks for 6 or true-false questions. That's what the user is going to generate. So ask 6 true or false questions. So in our code, you would most likely make an input statement for the user to enter. So ask 6 true or false questions. Now, to make it correct or not, you actually have to make an if statement for each and every single question. If the answer is true, which means it's correct, then print correct and add a point. If the answer is wrong, print it's not correct, sorry, and do not add a point. Remember, we're not deducting points, we're simply just not adding points. Then, at the end of the whole entire if statement thing, we're going to conduct the score and end it. And if the user scores more than 4 answers correct, then we have to print congratulations. If not, then we have to say, oh, please try again. It's okay if you think it's hard, because it's really not if you think about it. You'll totally get it. Believe me. If you have not understood this flowchart, please pause me so you can understand, or simply just go back and put slow mode on. Otherwise, we are going to move on. If you're not ready, remember, pause me. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make a new file, which I have already done so. And now we're going to have to save it as project number 1 in your specific folder. You should be pretty comfortable with where you're going to save it now. Logic Capture, Python. And we're going to save it as project number 1. This is going to be named quiz. So let's also add quiz to it. First things first, we're going to have our import random. This is to call the predefined function random, which we're going to be using later on in our code to remember to call out a random greeting from our list. So after import random, just like we remember in our flowchart, if you don't remember, pause me and go behind, we're going to have our variable for our score. So we're very simply going to name it score because it has to be an appropriate name. And it's going to be equal to 6. Why 6? Because it has to be equal to the number of questions we're going to be asking the user. Then we're going to have score, and we're going to convert it into an integer. So very simply, in these brackets, we're going to put score. And why we have to convert it into an integer is because score is equal to 6. We don't want to print out a string. We want to very simply print out a number. After this, we have to make a random greetings list. to make the user feel more welcome so that he would actually want to take our quiz. And maybe if he's having a bad day, hopefully it can cheer him up. So random greeting, remember it has to be an appropriate name, and then equal to list. This square brackets, not curly brackets. And for each and every word or greeting, I'm going to actually go ahead and put the commas and quotation marks. Okay. Because it's kind of hard to put the quotation marks after each and every word. So for our first greeting, let's have hello, fellow user. After that, we're going to have, let's say, salutations. Salutations. Remember to spell these carefully. Salutations. Let's, for our third greeting, have bonjour. After bonjour, let's also have, I hope you have a good day. Day. And let's also have, for our last and final greetings, greetings. That sounds funny. Greetings. Oops. Greetings. Now, we're finally going to print out a random selected choice from this exact list. If you don't remember how to do that, please check out my fourth video, lists, and how to actually get a random element from that list. So if you still don't want to go check out the fourth video, I'm actually going to show you how to go ahead and print it. So we're first going to use our print statement. I'm going to have random. So we actually put import random because we're later calling out the function random, which is now random dot choice, and then random, and then greetings. So let me actually explain this print line right here. We're making a print statement, and then we have our bracket, and we're saying random dot choice. So what this is taking, it's selecting a random element or a choice from this list, and then it's going to print it out to the user. But before that, we actually have to call the variable name we assigned to the list. Then we're just going to give the user a little bit info on, oh, I forgot to add our last bracket. There, now it's actually closed. Almost forgot that. Now, we're actually going to do is we're going to print welcome to Code Trivia. Get as many questions right as you can to determine your total score. Or you can print out any other message which you have come up with. We just want to give the user a little bit info about what they're going to be experiencing. So print, and we're going to have welcome to Code Trivia quiz. And get as many questions right to determine your total score. Let's just put the exclamation marks to engage the user. After that, we're going to ask them their name. Remember, we want to interact with the user as much as we can to make it seem like it's an actual real person who's hosting a code trivia for lots of money. So we're going to make a variable, and here's where we have our first input statement. So input, we're going to be asking the user, what is your name? A question mark and then a space followed so that it's not conjoined. Okay, so there, we have our input statement. Next, we want to have print, and we're going to actually use this in their name, but we're not going to have an addition symbol. I'm going to show you a more effective and efficient way to actually printing out a variable name or whatever the user entered. So we're actually going to be like, well, hello, let's actually make the H capital. Well, hello, and then we're going to put curly brackets like this. Yep, we're not going to change anything more. So we're going to have, well, hello. Today, we will be doing a quiz consisting of 6 questions. And then we're going to say, are you truly ready? Because believe me, these questions are pretty tough. And also remind your family members or your friends not to search these answers up. Otherwise, it's completely ruining the point of the game. Now, outside of the quotation mark, but still inside of the bracket, we're going to put that format, and then we're going to call out name. So what this is doing is it's formatting whatever the user entered right there. So we actually don't have to put our plus. In my opinion, this is much more efficient, but if you prefer the add method where we actually have our addition symbol and then we put our variable name which we assign to our input statement, go ahead. So we have format.name, format.name, format bracket name, and then we just have our closing bracket to finish off the print statement. Wow, this already looks like a ton of code. But it's okay, you're eventually going to understand what each and every element does, if you don't. So a new concept which I want to introduce to you, which is fairly not at all tough, is commenting, so that we know what our code is doing. And so that other users or programmers who want to check our code easily know what each and everything is doing if they don't understand a certain line of code we wanted to write in our own way. So let's put 2 hashtag symbols, and what we are going to say, this is the first question. And this is actually not going to be printed out onto the shell, or it's not even going to have any function, anything to do with our code. It's just there to help any other programmer or myself or you guys to help understand what our code below this is going to do. So we're going to actually go ahead and this time print to tell the user that this is, oh, I forgot to put my quotation mark. See how important that is? This is our first question. Or since we want to print it out, we can actually say this is the first question. And let's put an exclamation mark. After that, we're going to make a variable name and assign it to an input statement, which is going to be our question, which we're going to be asking the user. So let's go ahead and name this Burj Khalifa. I'm guessing you already know what the question is. Equals input, and this is going to be a question, any question which you can make about the Burj Khalifa. Just remember to make it true or false. I've already thought about my question in my head right now. So I think the Burj, a good question would be, if you just make a capital T, the Burj, and let's actually make it B in capital, Burj Khalifa stands at an incredible height of 730 meters to the tip. The Burj Khalifa stands at an incredible height of 730 meters to the tip. So now we just have to say type true or false. And we also have to add a space, just so that it's not conjoined. Now we have to make our if statement to finally allow the user to get a point. Yay! So right under the input statement, which we have assigned a variable Burj Khalifa, we're going to go ahead and, not so surprisingly, type if. If you don't remember about if statements, check out my 3rd video. Otherwise, I can still explain it here. So if Burj Khalifa, so what we just did here, we're not actually going to type out the actual word Burj Khalifa. We're going to type the variable name, which we assigned to our input statement, Burj Khalifa, two equal symbols, not one. Burj Khalifa is equal to F. And why F? Because this question has false. It's not true. So the correct answer would be false. So you know how we said type T or F? So when the user enters F, it's going to add a point. And it's also going to add a little print statement saying, you got it correct, to boost their self-esteem. So we're going to go print. I'm going to say, you got it correct. And we can just put a period. No space. And then we're going to have our else. And we're going to say, else print sorry, you got it incorrect. Now we finally have to do our thing where we deduct the score, not where we Now finally, we're going to do our scoring system right below the print statement right here. And what we're going to do is score E minus equals. This is going to be one of our operators, which is in my second video. So score minus equal 1. So we're going to deduct a score, or actually not add a score every time they get it incorrect. If they do, then it just simply stays the same, or it adds. And we're just going to do a print statement. And we're going to say, and we're just not going to see anything because we just want to leave a proper space underneath the second question. Good. Next, we're going to make our second question. So we're going to have 6 questions. It's going to be a little bit hard to type. So if you want to go ahead and cut, copy, paste this first line of code, you can go ahead, but I wouldn't suggest doing this because if you copy your own code, it's like cheating. I suggest that you type it again because you might miss a variable name, you might not type in the proper variable name, it might not even be the same as this one. So actually, let's go ahead and we can copy our comment statement because there's nothing really much we can do to this except this is the second question. We can do there. This is the second question. And we're going to do print, and we can actually cut, copy, paste this code because this is not really that much. This is the second question. And underneath this, we're going to ask another question. And let's actually have this question. One of the 7 wonders of the world is the Taj Mahal. Type T or F. So we're going to have our 7 wonders variable. It's going to be assigned to an input statement. One of the 7 wonders of the 7 wonders is of the world is the Taj Mahal. Let's actually go ahead and make the T capital. Taj Mahal. And I'm pretty sure you already know what to do next. You have to say type T or F. Type T or F. Let's go ahead and put our exclamation mark and a sentence or a space so that it's not conjoined as always. And we're going to actually go ahead and make our if statement. So just like the one above, we're just going to replace the variable name. So we can copy this because all we have to do is replace the variable name. And we have if 7 wonders is equal to F, then print you got it correct. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be F. It's going to be T this time because 7 wonders are the Taj Mahal. One of the 7 wonders is the Taj Mahal. which is located in India, New Delhi. So print, you got it correct, else, sorry, you got it correct. And we just deduct a point. Great. All we have left now is our third, fourth, fifth, sixth question. It sounds like a lot. Well, luckily for you, I'm going to type each and every single line. But in my video, in my video editor, I'm going to boost this all the way so it's really, really quick, or do a time lapse of it. But since you've got the hang of doing the first two questions, you can always look back and see how you did the first two questions. Phew! Finally, we finished that tiring entire if statement phobia. Now, we have one last if statement, which I've already typed right over here. So if score is greater than or equal to 4, print congratulations. So remember in our flowchart, we had to conduct the final score. If the final score is greater than or equal to 4, print congratulations. Else, if they didn't get as many points, you will have better luck next time. And let's put an exclamation mark. And let's actually test this out. Oh, a very first error. I wasn't expecting that. So it said, oh, I see, we forgot to add the S. Finally, oh, it said, hope you have a good day. Welcome to Code Trivia Qui. Remember, this is a learning opportunity to get whatever mistakes we have and fix them. So it says Qui. Let's go ahead and actually make that quiz. I'm actually happy that we're getting these errors and mistakes so that we know for better next time how to correct these. So over here, Code Trivia Quiz. And it actually picked a random greeting. So let's see if it prints another one. Why does it keep on printing, hope you have a good day? Finally, a different one. I almost got scared there for a sec. So it says greetings. Now we know the random function works. Greetings. Welcome to Code Trivia. Get as many questions right. to determine your total score. So what is your name? My name is Dave. And well, hello Dave. See, the format name actually worked, and it was much more efficient and effective. Well, hello Dave. Today we will be doing a quiz consisting of 6 questions. Are you ready? This is the first question. The Burj Khalifa stands at an incredible height of 730 meters to the tip. Type true or false. Well, this is a hard question. I can't remember if it's in its 800s. Actually, let's go ahead and type F. Wow, I actually got it correct. So this is the second question. One of the 7 wonders of the world is the Taj Mahal. So again, I'm pretty sure it's 7, not Sevion. So let's go ahead and fix that too. So right here. There. It's always great to get the mistakes and see how you can fix them. So what is my name? Dave. Because I know it's true. Oh no, because I know it's false. Let's put F. You got it correct. That's the second question. One of the 7 wonders of the world is the Taj Mahal. Type true or type T or F. I'm actually not sure about that. I think it's true. Oh, I did get it correct. Marrakesh is the capital of Morocco. My brother actually came up with this question, so I'm not really sure. Maybe it's true. Oh, I got it incorrect. Anyways, here's the fourth question. Oh, but I see that there's no space, just like we have in between the first and second question, and third. So let's go ahead and actually put that. Oh, see, we forgot to put the print. So now let's save it and run it. What is my name? Dave, as always. Okay, so we already know the things. We can go ahead and put F, T, and since I got this wrong, I don't want to cheat, so I'm just going to put T like I had said before, and I got it incorrect, of course. And A is the most common English letter used in the English language. Type true or false. I'm pretty sure that's false because there are 7 vowels, and I'm pretty sure that's not the one used the most. So let's go F. Oh, I actually got it correct. The 5th question. A lion's roar can be heard up to 8 kilometers away. Wow, that's really, really long. Okay, so type true or false. I believe that's false. 8 kilometers? Oh, I got it incorrect. And the final and 6th question. It even printed the smiley faces. India is located in southern Asia. Well, I am, or my parents are from India, but I am from Canada, so I'm pretty sure it's located in southern Asia. So let's type true. I got it correct. Oh, but there's one thing. We didn't even print out our final score. Wow, silly me. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, so like I previously said, I had forgotten to add the score. Silly me. That was the most important thing, to find out our final score. So over here, I'm just going to cut, copy, paste a code that I've already wrote. So print the passing scores over 4 or over correct answers. And then it's going to print your total score as strings plus score out of 6. So now let's go ahead and run this. This is really exhausting, having to do the same quiz. My name is Dave, and this is the first question. Well, I'm pretty sure this is false. Then this was true. Then this was true again, since I don't want to cheat. Then this was false, like I had said. And then this is true, and this is true too. My total score is 1 out of 6. Let's see why this is wrong. Okay, so I actually figured out why it said my score was 1 out of 6 when it was truly 5 out of 6, and I had only gotten 1 wrong, not 1 correct. It was because we forgot to tab our score right here. It was all like this for all of the 6 questions. That's why we had to tab it. So now it's actually under the else statement where it minuses the score. So actually, let's go ahead and run this. I'm just going to bring the pop-up window here. What is my name? My name is Dave. And it's going to be false for the first question. And then it's going to be true for the second question. Then it's going to be false. for the third question, then true or false actually. Then it's gonna be true. Oh, I didn't even put anything. I just pressed enter. It's incorrect. Anyways, the sixth question, I know that is true. Oh wow, my score is 5 out of 6. And it said the passing score is over 4 correct answers. And it even printed out congratulations. Now just to make sure that the final if statement actually works, what I want to do, I want to open that up actually. And I want to see if we get 3 out of 6 questions, will it print out? You will have better luck next time. What is my name? My name is Dave. Remember, don't put Dave. That's my name. Put your name. And let's just get F. Let's just get the first 3 questions right. Then we'll just do whatever. True. And then false. And we're just going to do, let's just put F. 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 Oh, my total score is 3 out of 6. The passing score was over 4 correct answers. That's sad. Oh, but I will have better luck next time. So this code actually works. This code, this entire 73 lines of code we both wrote together actually works. Aren't you proud of yourself? Give yourself a pat on the back, because you did a great job. Wow, don't you just feel accomplished? You wrote 73 lines of code and wrote a quiz using Python, which you could have just easily done using pen and paper, but you were able to take a language and transform it into code to actually print out a proper quiz for anyone to do. It was fun, and I had lots of fun too. Maybe you did too. I'm not that sure about it. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for today. This was the 5th video on the project based off the 4 previous videos. If you would like to do more amazing videos and projects that are incredibly fun and you learn and you also get to have a great experience of, please subscribe with notifications on and like the video to see more content.